Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. No, that's just the captain did it. So as you guys can see, I have two piles of books. That means the sun is bothering us. So I have two books here that I finished this month. So we did actually a little bit better. I cannot believe April has gone by so fast. And of course, some of you commented on my last stream that you didn't like my nails. Some people commented that they didn't like my nails, so we got a manicure today. Actually, you guys can't really see it, so just show you that we got our nails done so they look nice and clean. So I got them done. I got some stuff that my mother needed in the house. So I got a lot of stuff done today. I was really happy we got our coffee. I am currently, I finished two books this month. I finished The Picture of Dorian Gray, which I'm reading for the Horror Book Club, which I'll go there tomorrow night to discuss the book for the Horror Book Club over at the Spectrum Center in Irvine. Then I finished Heavenly Bodies by Imanu Iroru. That is the Heavenly Body series. That's the first book. There will be a second book coming out of that. I also am still reading the Becky Lynch book. So this is what's on my monthly to be read agenda. I'm going to probably finish the Becky Lynch book for not this month's Horror Club, but for next month's Horror Club. The book that they picked to read is Carrie by Stephen King. I already read the romantasy book for June already, which was Quicksilver. Yeah, my romantasy and fantasy book club picked the same book for. They picked for the May book club, which we did last week, which was Quicksilver. So I had read for that club originally. Then my romantasy next month, May 19th book club, that we're going to be discussing it for the romantasy club. So the fantasy book club picked A Court of Mist and Fury, which is the second book in the ACOTAR series, which is short for A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I do plan on starting the Emily Henry book, the new one, Big Beautiful Life. So we did that. We did one diamond painting that I did some work in a diamond painting. So let me show you the picture. So this way you guys see the picture. So I did one diamond painting. You guys don't really get to see it unless I go like this. So you guys can see that I did this much in it. This is a diamond art, not a diamond art club, but a Treasure Studio Arts Club. So you guys can't really see that. Unless I go like this. Still. So you guys can kind of see what it's going to be like. This light is not good, and plus I can't get my light on because my mother turned off the switch on it, so. No. Wish I could print these pictures out. So that's what I got done in that one. So let's get started on the coloring pages. Probably when I'm doing this, just like this, I have to get up every once in a while. First I bring the book like this, and then you get that in there. So that was what I did, I think, 4 pages in it. It was a very good month for me. Coloring picture-wise. So I am drinking a little bit of coffee. So we did 4 from 300 Mandalas. I decided to do this one first because this is my fattest book. It's always a fun book to do that. I thought I'd go over what I've done reading-wise. So I did this one. This is red, pinks, and purples. I thought I'd do something like that, and then I ran out, and then I had to refill my marker. You guys don't see it, but in certain places it's a little blotchy, and that's only because of that. So I did that on 4/12. So this book, I always like try to fix holes in it. Like if I see things that I did in this one, I kind of started off with different colors. I wanted to try and make it look like a little bit of an Easter egg. Didn't truly succeed in making it look like an Easter egg, which I did this on 4/20. Then I did this one in green, orange, and blue. Trying to make it look like a little orange pop-up. Didn't come out quite like what I wanted it to. But sometimes the paper doesn't cooperate with me in this book that I find too. This one is this one I did last night. I did this one last night. I wanted to do something quick and easy and just do some colors that were like spring-like. So that's what I did there. So these are the marker pages. So let's get into the PDFs. Yeah, I did 7 PDFs. Now, one PDF is not going to be in here, so I have to go to my phone and get that picture for you. So this is the one that I did. This is the Easter Scenes by Giraffe Coloring, I think it is. It was a new coloring book, but a new PDF book. This one is hanging up on my wall right now, so I did this one. I really liked it. I did this one with markers and gel pen, so just so you guys know this. Now my PDFs, the first PDF I got is a couple pictures. That's a freebie from the Facebook group. I get a lot of, when I go to Facebook, sometimes I download a lot of freebies from that. Now this comes from Nori Art, and I did this one in pencil. I believe that this is from Victorian Woman set number 7. It is Nori Art. I did this one in colored pencils. I normally do these in markers, but I guess I had pencils and I wanted to use them when I did this. Now, this is a Hannah Lynn one. This comes from her Hannah Lynn Patreon. I am a Patreon. I am on the $5 tier. I am on the $5 tier because that is what I can afford. Not on the free tier, because when you're on the free tier, you don't get that much. So if you go to the lowest level, you get something. So you get 2 pages a month from her, the regular one and the bonus page. Plus, sometimes you get a lot of discounts and get to see what she's working on. If you go into a higher tier, you can get sometimes, you used to be able to get the Grayscale. Now you don't do that. She doesn't offer that anymore. So I like her Grayscale. This one is called Spring Cleaning. Now, I forget where I got this one. Oh, I know who I got this from. This is from Dream World Coloring. That's who that one is from. This one is from Dream World Coloring, right? So this one I did in pencils. I like the way my skin tone. I used Holbein's Colors and Prismacolors for this one. And this one is called, this one is from Paradise Petals by Dream World Coloring. Now, what she does is she drops a lot of her coloring books on Amazon. Her name is Yvonne Mastera, and she has a group called Dream World Coloring. So if you sign up, you can get links to these books, and she has like a lot of free downloadable books, but she also sells some books on Amazon. So if you guys are interested in that, you can do that. Now, this one is kind of a funny little story behind this picture. Now, this picture is done with some watercolors, colored pencils, Copic markers, and gel pens. So this one is like a mixed media one, and this is, I think this one is one of the Easter picks that Rand gave. Let me see which one this one is. This is either the Easter morning or Easter chicken. Yeah, this is Easter Morning by Rand. She has a lot of stuff on Etsy. So I like her stuff. So the face was done with markers. The hair was done with watercolor. The pillow was done with watercolor. This was done. The egg was done with pencils. This was done with gel pen. This was done with markers. So and gel pens too. So you guys can tell that this was really my nieces came over and they started working with watercolors. So then I took one of my PDFs and started working with watercolors with them. We all did that at the kitchen table. There's a picture online on my sister-in-law's Instagram of this, of us doing pictures together. So that's why I did that one that way. Now the next one, I did this entirely with Copic markers. So you guys can see that. This one was done like that. And I think this one is called Cute Sunflower Girls. The face was done with several layers of Copic markers to get that skin tone to look that way. I work light to dark like I work for my pencils with markers. Light to dark. Except when you do markers, they're going to have, how should we put this? A residue to them. So this is Cute Sunflower Girls Coloring Book by Mystic Art 0601 on Etsy. They are on Etsy. As you guys can tell, I did a lot of work this month. The total amount of pages was about 41 pages, which was more than last month. Believe it or not, this was my best month coloring book-wise. So the next one we have is 101 Unique Mandalas by Kameliya Angelkova. So what happened was I started this page a long time ago. And I did this with gel pens and Copic markers. So that's why I did this one like this, because it really is a really nice one. And plus I put when I work with my markers, I always put a blotter page now. And then I wait for it to dry for about an hour or two and then take the blotter out. So it works really well. I love this. So I did that with my Copic markers and my gel pens. Now here's a goodie, but since I moved my Color in Heavens off my bookshelf, and I moved my Halloween and my Christmas books to. Well, I didn't move my Color in Heaven books to storage. I only moved the Christmas and the Halloween books into tins so I could be able to find it. And of course, I came across this book, which I hadn't seen in a while, so I did one in here, which I'm very happy about. I did my little native, tried to do my little fairy and make it into a wolf. I was trying to make her more Aria-like, but this had already been colored this color, so I was like, okay, let's stick to those colors and see if we can do something really nice with this. I've colored actually quite a few things in this already, so then you see I did one from a long time ago. I did this one from a long time ago, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this, but I think we're going to try and stay within the same color scheme here to make the color scheme work. I'm going to try and do that. I did this a long time ago, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work. And then we have these three. Now, this one is a really cute one. This is called Christy Vogel's Osmar released the Wunschchen Wort. Forgive my Dutch or German. I do not know my Dutch or German. So this one was in colored pencils. And so this is the first pages that I have colored in this. I've had this book for quite a while, and I've never colored in it. I guess I'm a little afraid. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Clara Makova. So I used, so you see I did this page, and then I did the page next to it. So I kind of consider it a double page spread, since I cannot read German, and sometimes when you do Google Translate, it doesn't actually always have an accurate translation. So I did this with a lot of different pencils. I enjoyed doing this one. Yes, it does remind me a little of the Karamakova books. Now, Fairy Tales by Emily Leigh-Holberg. Now, this is on my top 15, well, now top 14, since I did finish one coloring book this year in that goal. So what I did here is I finished the cover. I finished a little inside page here, and then I also, but I don't consider that a page, so some people would. So I finished the inside cover, right? So I did that, so I counted that as one page. And then I finished this one. At long last, I have finished the deer page with the mushrooms. Yay, I finally finished it. And then I have, as a whip, these two, but now I don't remember what brown I used to do this, so don't worry, I'll figure out what I did. So then I'm coloring this in. This is a whip. This is my, that's not a whip yet, but it has all the residue. This is, I have to color that. So this is like my long-term whips book. Oh, the orange and yellow. I might actually skip that page and just start trying to do the yellow and orange on this to just make it all look uniform. Then I have this one that I started a while back. No, we said this is finished pages, but some people like to see what you're working on too. This one, the candy house or the gingerbread house. The post office box with the flowers. See? I don't know why the residue stays that way. I have to erase that. And then we have the Little Mermaid one. I actually might finish this one, well, because I only got this page done. But I actually, because it's Mermaid this month, I actually may skip ahead and do this one first to finish it for Mermaid in May. So this one actually might be I might actually complete the second part of this double page spread. So, and then you can tell I don't really have anything in the back pieces yet. And then I have this one that I'm working on. Then I have the back page that I'm working on. So you guys can kind of see how it's working out there. So that is that way. So this one looks like it's possibly, maybe I could finish by the end of the year, this book. Sorry about that, guys. Then we have Hello Spring by Coco Wild. Yes, I have Coco Wild books. They're nice and fun books to color. So I did this one. I did the little bunny rabbit. Yeah, I did some bunnies this month. So a lot of people are like, yeah, you did. And there was one I started, and I did not finish it, but maybe next month I'll finish it in the middle of Mermaid. So we have a lot of pages in here that would make good, these are good, quick pages if you want to do markers and you want to do spring pages. Now, this one I found when I was cleaning up my shelves. I actually have a lot of pictures in this book already done, which surprised me. Hello to the one person in chat. Hello to the new person in chat. So I got all this Reverie 3 expressions. I put down a bunch of links to some of the books, not all of them, because some books are out of stock, out of print. So I did this one with markers. So you can always tell when you've done a lot of the book in marker because, see, you could tell here. A lot of this was done. So I like this. So I did this one. So I always like to do the ones that I think are fun. This would have made a good mermaid. But I have plenty of mermaid books and mermaid pictures, so we shouldn't worry about mermaid. This is a possibility that maybe I might finish a book like this, but who knows now that I found it. This is a really cute book. I really like this book. This is Girlfriend's Coloring Book by Deborah Muller. I love this book. I cannot explain how much I love this book. This book is awesome. And I did this one, The Birthday Party. I had started it and worked at start. That's the thing with Deborah Muller books. Like, they're so cute that I start them, I stop them, and I don't really finish them. So, as you can tell, I've done a few in here. So, I like this. Friends of the Flowers in the Garden of Life. A pleasure to gather, treasure to keep. I really love those really pretty ones that I love so much. So here is a Color in Heaven Manga Fairies special. This is by Stenora. This is one of the specials. I like these pictures, actually. So I did this one this month. Yeah, it's kind of like an Easter one because of the bunnies. I did this in colored pencil. And then I did this one. I finished this one last night. I'd been working on it, and I didn't get a chance to finish this one. But this was done with colored pencils, and then you guys don't really see it, but this was all done. All these were done with gel pen. And I will show you one I am working on. I am working in this one. I just did her hair. I didn't get a chance to actually do the outfit yet, so keep that in mind. I'll probably finish this next month as well. So that's that. Then we did Dreamgirls, Lauren Portraits. The artist is Lendel. Even though it doesn't say it's Lendel, it is Lendel. I did 3. So these are the 3 I did. This is a nice bunny one. I did this one with colored pencils. If I do yellow in this book, for some reason this does not take my yellow pencils very well. So I did this one with brunette. It's just kind of like a Halloween one if you think about it. And then I did this one, which was more of an Easter one. So I really like this one. Now, after I do this one, the second set of images begins again. It's the same images that are in the first one. So and then it's like doing the book all over again. So really think about that. This book is not printed anymore, nor am I keeping it. When I finish this book, I'm not keeping it because it's just not a feasible thing for me to keep if I don't like the pictures. The pictures are cute. I think they're nice. I just don't love the pictures enough to keep it. That makes sense? Now the next one is a good old-fashioned Jade Summer. I love Jade Summer. I love her books. I really do. But sometimes I'm like, a little is a lot. Jade Summer, Intricate Flowers by Jade Summer. Now, the reason why I'm not keeping a lot of my books is, number one, it takes up space. Number two, I have started to get back into reading a lot of my fiction books, like romance, fantasy, mystery. And I said the 4 books I'm reading this month are, I'm continuing reading the Becky Lynch autobiography, Not Your Ordinary Girl by Rebecca Quinn, which is Becky Lynch's real name. Carrie by Stephen King. I'm reading that for my horror book club. I am reading A Court of Mist and Fury for my fantasy book. My romantasy club, I already read Quicksilver, so it's pretty much done. Intricate Flowers by Jade Summer. So that one was done. So I did this one in pink and greens. Now, this was a book that I had intended to finish last year, but I didn't get a chance to do that. So now I'm just doing it at my leisure. So this is another book if I ever finish it, I don't intend to keep it. So see, when I have pictures like this takes me a long time because it's really intricate and these come out really nice, but they're kind of like how I feel about like an intricate mandala. They're beautiful, they're fun to do, they're nice to do, but they take a while to do so. So then you see, you have all these in there. So this is not as easy a book as it looks. They come out nice, but this is one of the harder books. Now, this is one of my top 15 books to finish in 2025. So I did this page. Now here I did this in gel pen. Now what happened with this was interesting because I ran out of ink in some of my greens, like this dark green. I ran out of this dark green. I had to actually go and try and see if I could juice it up. And luckily enough, I had some refill of that color. So the problem is I don't have every refill of every Copic color that I own. Most of it I do, and if I don't, it's usually because Copic is out of stock or I'm waiting for it, So a lot of this is about timing-wise. This I'm getting from 2 piles, so remember that. So I'll do pencils and markers. So then we have Luna by Maria Trolle. Now this was one that I really, really wanted to do. I really wanted to do a Maria Trolle picture. So I did our nice little bunny with flowers. Yeah, this was one of my Easter picks. So yeah, because I know it's a lot of bunnies. And this is Luna coloring book by Maria Trolle. Yes, I do have some Maria Trolle books. I don't have everything. Now this is Green Portraits, Grayscale coloring book by Lana Green. She has several books now. I do not have her more expensive Gardening Ladies book. When she started, she was mostly selling on Etsy. So she does have an Etsy store too, if you've ever done that. So this is the first Green Portraits book, and I'm almost done with this book. So I did this picture. I think we did this on a live stream. I did not color this little in, but eventually I will. But some of you know I don't have that many pictures left. I have, 1, 2. See, this one and this one were originally sold on Etsy, and she included them in the book. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 pages left in this book. So to me, that is quite an accomplishment. The next one is Magical Fairies coloring book by Damita Victoria. This is on my top 15 books to finish as well. So I did this one. Yeah, this is like the green masterpiece. And I wanted to make this bird really colorful, so that's what I did with that one. Of course, I did it in markers, and then I did the one behind it because I had started this picture a long time ago, and so I said to myself, you know what, let me finish it. So when I'm done with the first half of this book, I get to do them again. So I think, what am I doing? Am I doing it in order or am I not doing it in order? I think I'm pretty much doing this book in order, but I have some pictures that I've done out of order. So I'll probably get this one next month. I know there's mermaids next month, so we're going to have a lot of mermaids next month. So I have 3 colored pencils. This is Color Me to Sleep. So this is the one that I finished for the month. And this is the one that I am currently working on. I think I did this with, the Queen Sean. This I did with the Queen Sean metallic pencils. I remember that because I took out my blue Queen markers so I could do this. So this is the one that I'm currently working on. I am well, Danielle. So, did you watch WrestleMania? Did you enjoy it? I thought the Cena Cody Rhodes match was terrible. I didn't like the ending of it. I didn't like the way it was booked. Mhm. I am well. We did a lot of pages this month, so this is Romantasy Coloring Book by Dover Publications. So I finished doing this little fairy. I thought she came out cute. I love this one. I did this with Prisma pencils, my color pastels, my Holbeins. I thought everything was good. I even liked the women's matches this year. I thought the women's matches were excellent this year. And did you know that NXT had 19 women on its show? Yeah, they had 19 women on the show on NXT's Stand and Deliver. Did you watch that? I think that they're going to call up 4 women from NXT. I think the 4 women they're calling up from NXT are Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie, and Jada. I think they're calling up those 4 women. And maybe they're going to call up Jakara and, what's the other one? Miss Jackson. But you know what? Cena can cut a good heel promo. I do enjoy him and Randy. You know, I'm actually enjoying him and Randy Orton more than I enjoyed him and Cody, to tell you the truth. I know, right? I'm Roxanne is good as a heel, so I think they're going to call up Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie, and Jada. But I think they're going to make Stephanie lose the title to Jordan. That's what I feel, that they're going to give those 4 women, they're going to move those 4 women over. And if they don't call up Stephanie, it's only because she's still NXT champion. But once she loses that, when Stephanie loses the title, they're gonna give it to Jordan Grace, I feel. So that's what I feel. So how do you feel about that? Because I think Cora Jade should be moved up, but Cora Jade gets hurt a lot, so if she's in NXT, she's a little bit safer. Because they've been featuring those women a little bit more, and with Bianca out, they're gonna need another. With Bianca and Bailey out, they're gonna need some new star power. So I think that's why they've been on, and I think the Meta Girls might be moving up. You know, because they've been on some of the mainstream matches. So I think maybe if you want another female tag team, you put them in. So that's what I think. That they're going to move possibly those 6. And they already moved Axiom and Frazier into the main roster picture. So, Guardian Gnome Special. This is Ava Brown. These are cute. I must say, this is not one of my favorite Color in Heaven magazines. I think it's a cute book. I think it's okay. Lyra's okay as champion. I do not, but I think Lyra's okay. I like her more than Chelsea, but I heard Chelsea is leaving, so her contract was up. That's why she's leaving. That's why she lost the title to Zelina. They wanted to put, and I guess they want to reward Zelina for years of service. So then I started this one. I think there's another one I started in this book. It's the big duck with the big duck. So here's the one that I started, guys. As you can tell, I started this one. So as you can tell, I'm making this into a mallard duck. Yeah, I'm making it into a mallard. Please no comments about me making it into a mallard. That's what I'm doing. I saw someone else do it as a mallard, and now I want it. Now I'm kind of enjoying this. This is cute, but I don't think when I'm done with this magazine, if I ever get done with this magazine, I'm not keeping it. I think it's cute. It has its place. And then I found this one. This is Grazia Salvo, Kindness, the Woman of Flowers collection. I think this is either number 1 or 2 in the collection, right? And so then I did this one in markers. This one was started a long time ago, and I do not remember what I used, but I know I finished it off with my Copics. This was really blotchy, so I had to fix the face. So I did that. As you can tell, there's some yellowing that came in from this. So this book yellows, so that automatically means it's not a keeper. And I'll tell you what happened here with the red thing. You guys don't see it. I was accidentally refilling it, and I guess I refilled too much of my pink lips, and so then it went all over the skin, and I had to make the girl's skin, the woman's skin, darker. So hence, to cover that up. You know, it depends on the paper too. You know, some paper is really bad. I don't know why, but some of the paper just does not work well with my markers or my pencils. And here's an oldie but a goodie. This is Mysteria by Anastasia Koldareva. One of my friends told me that she was trying to get a book recently from it, but because of all the new tariffs, that the book is now $70. And I'm like, $70 for a coloring book? I don't think that's the right price. To me, that seems like almost highway robbery. You guys do know that I have her mermaid book, Mermaid Legends, the first one, the white copy, not the new one, not the second edition that she came out with. So I did this one. No, did I do this one? I guess I did do this one. I don't remember doing it because it was really early in the month. I think I did this really early in the month, so that's why I did that. So that's why I did that one. Yes. Now we did this one on camera, and this was during the live stream. I think it was my whips. So I did most of it off camera, but I finished it with I finished this one on camera. So this is the way. So that's what we did with that one. Sorry guys, I had to move that so you guys see. Of course you guys can see that the page now came out in the middle. So this is what happens sometimes with my Kirby books and some of my other books. Sometimes they do this and then the whole book falls. Yeah, I am excited for Mermaid. You know, Fragile World, I will say this. I think Fragile World may be my favorite Kirby book, probably because I color it in the most, number one. And number two, I can look up the animals and see what they look like. You know, that's the other thing that happens with that. So this is the next one that I did. This is called Lacy Sunshine's Portrait Coloring Book. So I did one in here, and I think this one is also a top 15 book to color. So I did finish this, and I did it with summer colors, orange, blue, yellow, green. I was trying to do a very summery version of this. Now, I saw someone who did it in a very different color scheme than I did. So these are funny, and this is Marcella. So that one was that one. I did that with colored pencils. This one is spring 2025. I believe we did this on live stream as well. I love this one. I can't tell you how much I enjoy this. They're cute. I do agree they are cute. That's one of my top 15. And this one, I love this one. This is the spring 2025 Color in Heaven Presents coloring book. What happens with these is that these are seasonal books, so they're doing 3 more of these. They're going to do a summer one, a fall one, and a winter one. I have not seen the summer one yet, so I would like to see, before I get the book, I want to see what's in it, because I don't necessarily need the book. It's more like, do I feel like I could color in the pictures and I need to see it? before I make a purchase, because these are not these ones. The Color in Heaven presents, because they're not part of your subscription, so you have to buy them separately. They're not part of it. So I use colored pencils on this one. We did this one on camera. I believe I did the bunny off camera, but I did a lot of this on camera. So that was also in the Fragile World stream. So that one is that one. I think this one is called Rotugue Lady, or Wearing My Lipstick book. Isn't it? I like this one. So I did this one. I think this may be on my top 15 to color. If it's not, it's probably one of my other Chinese coloring books. So this one I've already decided, if I finish it, I'm not keeping it. It's just too hard for me to keep everything. And I have to make, here's the thing, I have to make space decisions about what I keep, what I don't keep. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. You know, there are factors. Do I like, and one of the things is, do I like the images enough to keep them? If it's yes, then keep it. Are you going to use the book again? No. Do you want to go back to the book? Do you want to revisit those pictures? Do you want to show them? The answer is no. But you have to also go, does the book smell after you've used it? Is it falling apart? These books tend to fall apart really easily. So keep that in mind. And then I have this one, which I started a long time ago. So I do have to finish this one a little bit. So keep that in mind. This is another one. Guys, I am so sorry, guys. That was unbelievable, just what just happened. I just got a blue screen come on the computer while we were live streaming. I've never seen that happen before. I'm sorry if you're buffering. Change your settings if you are buffering, because that was not meant to happen. I am looking at my channel right now as we are doing this to see what is going on with my channel. That I apologize. That does not happen very often on one of my live streams. These things happen. I do not know why my computer went blue. I am sorry about that. I got a blue screen and it said something went wrong. Oh, Danielle, thank you. You're back. What just happened was my screen went blue on my computer, and I do not know what happened. Luckily, I was able to get back to where we were and wouldn't have to redo this, but I do not like that it did that. That is bizarre that happened. So I did this one with colored pencils. I did this one with a couple of different pencils. I actually made the thing black because I wanted it to be gold. For some reason, black and yellow do not work very well. You can't see the glitter pen in it, so I did use the glitter. But I did do it as a nighttime stream. Yeah, my for those who wondered what happened, all of a sudden my computer went blue, and then I somehow was able to get back here. Sometimes I'm not able to do that once the screen goes blue, but luckily we were able to restore the pages. That's a very weird phenomenon. I have not seen that. If it continues, then maybe it's time to think about getting a new computer. Of course, this is Imaginary Friend. So this I got on Etsy through her store. So we only have 2 more books to do. Danielle, did you? Well, no, because that means it can do it again if it goes blue. So that's not a good thing that the screen went blue. No, Danielle, that's not a good thing. So I don't like that it did that. So this is Charmer Beauty by Damita Victoria. This is also another one that I did. I didn't realize that there was a St. Patrick one in here that I could have done in March. But then again, I wasn't looking for it. So There's a really cute one in here that she does here. So, yeah, it is a little buxom if you have to think about these pictures are a little more buxom than I would like. I see this one, I see a picture like this, and I think of my nieces as teenagers. I know, right? That's just strange that it happened. So, this one I did with my Copic markers. So I really like the pictures in here. I really like Damita Victoria's early girls, if you will say that much. Like I just like them. Someone said to me, Damita Victoria and Jade Summer. You do? Hmm. Did you read the Becky Lynch biography, Danielle, by any chance? I'm reading it now. I'm like 62% through it. And I think it's funny, reverent, and I think it has a lot of good things in it. So the next one, I haven't watched NXT this week. The other thing is that I don't get TNA wrestling where I live. I think it's very funny and very cute. So the next one I did was Kawaii Grayscale coloring book by Jade Summer. And I did this one. I thought of the little dog. What color I like the dog. So I thought the dog was really cute. I thought this is a good place to, and it is a good book. It is a good read. Someone says Charlotte's book is not as good though. Did you read Charlotte's book? Because someone said that Charlotte has a book and it's nowhere near as good as Becky Lynch's book. I really enjoyed this actually. I think more than I thought I would enjoy this. So yeah, I'm finding a lot of things since I put away all my Christmas and Halloween books in storage that I found them. So the total pages for this month, according to my Excel and that I had then yeah, she does have a book too. I think it's Natural Selection or something is the book. So what I did here was it was 32 books, 41 pages. Seven of those 41 pages were PDFs. After this live stream, it will be 3 live streams. People say it wasn't as good as Becky's by any means. So the live streams were Let's Finish Some Lips. And then we did Green Portraits coloring book by Lana Green on 4/26. And then I guess this one will be the third one for April since it's on April 30th and it counts towards my 3 goals. I did not finish any coloring books this month. So, it's always a weird thing with me. It also depends on how much I'm working, how much time I have and things. And I also, as you can see, got my nails done, Danielle. I got my nails done. Yeah. Well, my toenails are, of course, a different color. I can't show my toenails on screen, but I had gotten a criticism about my nails on some of my streams that they're not done, so I got them. Right? A very nice color. See, on camera, they don't really show up that well. They just look like a natural skin tone, but I thought it was good. I am currently reading the Becky Lynch novel. I was also reading Court of Mist and Fury. I'm reading that now. Carrie by Stephen King, and the new Emily Henry. So, well, depends on what you did here. So this was a lot more books than I did last month. So I think for this year, this is the biggest month that I've done so far with 41 pages. So, that Carrie was actually Stephen King's first novel, believe it or not, and it was done in 1974. He wrote that book. And the introduction in my version of Carrie says the reason why he actually continued with that book was because his wife read some of the stuff he had written. And he didn't think he was going to continue, but his wife said, I'm really interested in where this story goes. I'd like to know more about these characters. Yeah, I didn't know that either until I read the introduction. So sometimes when you read the books, they have little introductions that give you a little bit of history. I also didn't know that when I read Portrait of Dorian Gray, my version doesn't have this, but some people have an unauthorized version of the book or say an unauthorized copy because apparently Oscar Wilde was going on trial for something he did. I don't remember what he did exactly, but he was on trial when the book got published. So the book was published in 1890. So keep that in mind. So that was the things I'm done. But everybody was telling me I need to read the Emily Henry book because, and that's the new book, the Big Beautiful Life book. Everybody says it's really good. And also, everybody I've talked to in my book clubs and my other clubs have said that the new movie, Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, is great. They loved it. They thought it was a fantastic read. So I hope everyone here has had a good time despite us having a little blue setback. Everybody stay safe and stay healthy and have a wonderful weekend. I will have a wonderful weekend putting all of these books back. Bye, everybody. And let's look forward to Mermaid. Bye, everybody.